Oh, hey there. I'm just peeling some potatoes for what we're doing today, which is a steak with mashed potato. It's a very simple recipe, but this is actually one of the most time-consuming bits of it. It's that easy. What we have here now, we've finished all the peeling, and we just need to cut them into manageable sizes and put them into the already boiling water in the saucepan. So this isn't the best knife. I don't know why I chose a steak knife to cut potatoes, but
you have a chopping knife next to you.
Yes, but you know, now I've started, I have to finish. So
Harry doesn't like being
cut that one in half again.
yeah,
out.
you're right. I'll turn it all.
See him chopping it again.
Yeah. There we go.
Okay.
Put them into the pan.
So we just got some water in here. We'll put the potatoes in, we'll let them boil for about 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, I
And
think
then
that's Harry. Oh yeah, yeah, just about managed.
we just got enough space.
Just about. That's fine.
So then we'll mash them.
Hi. Anyway, we're going to
This one is
you just
the-
need to mash it up.
This is the
Depending on
chicken
how you like
place.
your mashed potato. I personally like mine smooth, so I'm
Right.
gonna mash it to death. But
Okay.
everyone likes their mash differently, so
We're gonna have to try.
it's a matter of preference onto how much you mash it.
And we're gonna add a touch of milk. It's always good to add flavour.
Okay, then just make sure you don't squelch it straight away. And
Okay, and now we're going to add the butter, are we, JC?
So, using flavour today. Nice.
So one of the things you can help make it smoother.
Wait for it to just melt in there. So today we've cut the onions in slices like this, so they form rings. So in which case it makes it look a little bit better, and we're not trying to just add the flavour. We're trying to actually give it texture as well by having rings of onion which you can taste. So we're going to add a good few onions. You can. I recommend shallots actually, but they ran out. Then you just want to let those go down. Just get in there and stir it.
So yeah, we're just going to let them go brown before we add in the next bits.
Yeah. We're also going to add mushrooms. So we've already done it, but you basically slice the mushroom continuously and just slice it into pieces, and then once your onions are started to brown, you want to add in the mushroom slices. But we use the mushrooms for texture and for flavour.
It's not an essential part of the recipe, but it certainly does improve it.
Add a little bit of balsamic vinegar to the mix, just to really mix it in. So then we'll just stir it around.
Got that balsamic-y smell, which is quite a bit like wine, but a bit like vinegar. Which makes sense, it's vinegar from grapes.
So we're just going to add the wine, which is a soft and fruity Californian wine, red.
Radio.
So we're just going to add
Not
that
the most
in.
expensive of wines, but it's a good cooking wine.
Just mix it in, give it a good.
Just be quite liberal with it.
Okay, and then just reduce it down. So now you turn up the heat a little bit.
Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to prepare the steaks, and we'll just show you one. We're just going to rub in some olive oil.
Yeah.
We've got a fancy bottle here, and then we'll pepper them to obliteration. So just going to get it
So
on
you
both sides. So JC, would you like to explain why we're doing this?
Yeah, it's just so when you're frying it, or even when it just makes it a lot more tender, and it's also a good way of getting all the pepper into the steak.
They're almost out. And that'll have to do.
Okay, that'll have
But
to.
ideally more.
Ideally, you would have more pepper than that, but there's not really that much pepper left because the sauce is very peppery in itself.
So, the sauce is now just about done, and we're going to leave it on the side now because it can cool a little before we add it to the steaks. So now we've moved that aside, and we now have the steaks, as you can probably hear, already starting to cook. As you can see, they're now both dusted with a good amount of pepper, and they should be done very quickly. Of course, it also depends on how you want your beef done. Personally, I'm a medium to well done person, but you'll see when we're done exactly what we go for today. This is the finished product.
We've covered the whole thing in our sauce. We have the potato, which we made earlier, and the steak, which we've covered in onions and mushrooms. You can of course add any vegetables to this. We haven't had time to do so today, but anything really can go with it.
We're